One day, a little boy said to his grandfather, "I want to be a successful person when I grow up. Grandpa, can you tell me some ways?" Grandpa nodded and took the children to a nearby plant nursery. They bought 2 small saplings. After returning home, they planted one of the plants in a pot and placed it inside the house and planted the other outside. "What do you think? Which of these 2 plants will grow better in the future?" Grandpa asked the child. The child said, "I think the one inside the house will be better because it is protected by the house, while the plants outside will face many dangers, such as strong sunlight, storms, and animals, which may prevent it from growing." Grandpa smiled and said, "Let's see what happens in the future." The child and his parents left a few days later. A few years later, when the little boy came to his grandfather's house again, the child said, "Grandpa, I asked you about the way to grow up last time, but you didn't tell me." Grandpa smiled and said, "Okay, but first, let us take a look at the plants we bought last time." They first went to see the plant in the house and found that it had grown into a small tree. The child proudly said to his grandfather, "Grandpa, what I said before was right." Grandpa smiled and then took the children to see the saplings placed outside. There was a big tree standing there, with its branches spread out lushly, providing shade for passers-by. The boy exclaimed, "But Grandpa, how can this be?" The plant outside, growing in such a dangerous place, not only did not die, but actually grew so big. Grandpa still smiled and said, "Yes, those dangers did make it almost die, but those challenges did not completely destroy it, but gave it a stronger root system. And its strong root system also allowed it to stretch its branches and leaves. If you always make comfortable choices, you will not be able to grow as much as you want. If you are ready to face all the dangers in the world and work hard to grow, then no goal is impossible to achieve." A white woman arrived at her train carriage for the day, and it was already full of people. As soon as she reached her seat, she began calling for the train attendant, stating that she couldn't sit in that seat and requested a different one. The woman said, "I can't sit here." With a disgusted look on her face, she continued, looking at the black person sitting next to the seat. "I can't sit next to a black person." The train attendant listened to her complaint and said, "Ma'am, let me see if I can find another seat for you. In the meantime, please sit here." After some time, the train attendant returned and said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, there are no available seats in the other carriages, but I will check if there is a vacant seat in first class." She then walked towards the carriage of the train conductor, and after a while, she returned to the white woman's seat, saying, "The conductor confirmed that there is a vacant seat in first class," she continued. "According to our company policy, we cannot directly upgrade someone from second class to first class. However, forcing someone to sit next to another person they are not comfortable with is not right, and the conductor agrees to facilitate the switch." Before the white woman could respond, the flight attendant gestured to the black man sitting next to her, saying, "Sir, if you are willing to gather your personal belongings, we would like to move you to a comfortable seat in first class because the conductor does not want you to have a negative experience sitting next to an unpleasant person." Nearby passengers started applauding, and some even stood up to applaud. This serves as a lesson, reminding everyone to respect others and not discriminate against others based on race, color, or any other reason. A poor couple who were very loving. One day, the wife with long flowing hair and hopeful eyes said to her husband, "Darling, could you buy me a comb on your way home today to make my hair smoother and shinier?" The man apologized, saying it might not be possible as he didn't even have enough money to fix his broken watch strap. The wife didn't insist on her request, but instead wished him a pleasant day at work before he left. On his way to work, the man passed by a jewelry store and saw a wooden comb that he thought would be perfect for his wife. After some hesitation, he went to a nearby watch shop, sold his watch for a low price, and bought the comb for his wife. When he got home that evening and took out the comb to give to his wife, he was surprised to see her with short hair. She explained that she had sold her hair that day and had bought a new watch strap. They looked at each other, tears streaming down their faces, not because their actions were in vain, but because of their love for each other. Their love story may not be romantic, but it is full of truth and warmth. Love may be one-sided, and being loved may be considered a second choice. But when love and being loved meet, that's everything. A little boy in the United States asked his father in confusion, "What is the value of our lives?" The father did not answer directly, but handed the little boy a translucent stone and said, "Take this stone to the market, but don't sell it. If anyone asks about the price of the stone, just hold out 3 fingers and don't say anything." The boy followed his father's advice and went to the nearest market. Someone in the market asked, "How much does this stone cost? I want to use this stone to decorate my courtyard." The boy remained silent and just held out 3 fingers. The man said, $3? I want it." The boy returned home and told his father that someone wanted to buy the stone for $3. The father said, "Now take this stone to the museum. If anyone asks the price, you will do the same as before." In the museum, people soon came to ask about the price of the stone. The boy, as usual, said nothing, just raised 3 fingers, and the man offered $30. The boy was so surprised that he ran home and told his father about the $30 offer. My father said, "There is one last place. Take this stone to a gem shop and show it only to the shopkeeper. If he asks for the price, just hold out 3 fingers." The boy went to the gem shop. After seeing the stone, the shopkeeper asked, "Where did you find it?" "There may be a very precious green jade in it. It is one of the most valuable gems in the world. I must get it. How much do you think it is? Can you sell it to me for money?" The boy remained silent and held out 3 fingers. The shopkeeper said, $3 million, very cheap, I bought it." The boy ran home confused. Tell his father about the $3 million offer. The father continued, "Son, do you now understand the value of our lives? Our value depends on how you position yourself, whether you choose to be a $3 stone or a $3 million gem. Remember, your worth is determined by you, and to those who can see the light in you, you are a priceless gem. On the contrary, to people who cannot see through your value, you may just be a useless piece of